for our Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya, daily Srimad Bhagavatam reading morning session in English. Hare Krishna. So yesterday, Thursday, we have started the new chapter, introduction plus one verse we have read, first verse. So today we have to start with the second verse, one verse of the chapter 14. Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narodamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jemudire. Nashtaprayeshu Putreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Ruttama Shloke Bhaktar Bhavati Nashtagim. Mukam Karoti Vachalam Bangum Lange Degirim Yat Kurvatamaham Mande Paramanandamadavam Sri Gurum Dinadarinam Sri Chaitanyamishram Omajnanadimidandasya Jnananjana Shalagya Chashurumilidam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapidam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupagata Mahindadan Disubadandiyam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Udapadakamalam Sri Gurum Vaishnavamsha Sri Rupam Sagarjadam Sahana Reghunada Nidam Dam Sajivam Sadvaidam Sabadudam Parijanasakitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahana Sri Vishagan Nidamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagalpate Govesha Gopika Kanda Radha Kanda Namostute Taptakanjana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavani Shri Vishabhana Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarupya Kripa Sindhupya Vachapatitanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimade Bhaktivedanta Swamin Nidhi Namine Namaste Saraswate Deva Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pachatya Deshadarine Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Namo Vishnu Padam Vishnu Shtaya Vedam Swami Nama Jai Guru Jai Guru Jagadam Hare Krishna. Welcome once more. Hare Krishna. So, 14th chapter, first, second verse onwards, we will start. Hare Krishna today, verse number 2. Okay, Priji, we will start with verse number 2 today. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Priji.
Okay, Prabhu.
Sri Narada Uvacha. Sri Narada Uvacha. Grihesha Vastido Rajan Kriyaha Purvan Yadhovidaha Vasudevarpanam Satchadupasida Mahamunin. Sri Narada Uvacha Grihesha Vastido Rajan Kriyaha Purvan Yadhojidaha Vasudevarpanam Satchadupasida Mahamuni. Translation purport by His Divine Grace Abhajaranadavinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Translation. Narada Muni replied, My dear king, those who stay at home as householders must act to earn their livelihood, and instead of trying to enjoy the results of their work themselves, they should offer these results to Krishna, Vasudeva. How to satisfy Vasudeva in this life can be perfectly understood through the association of great devotees of the Lord. Translation once more. Narada Muni replied, My dear king, those who stay at home as householders must act to earn their livelihood, and instead of trying to enjoy the results of their work themselves, they should offer these results to Krishna, Vasudeva. How to satisfy Vasudeva in this life can be perfectly understood through the association of great devotees of the Lord. Purport. The format for Grhastha life should be dedication to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In Bhagavad Gita 6.1, it is said, Anashritaha karma phalam karyam karma karodi yaha sasanyasi cha yogi na cha niragnir na cha kriyaha. One who is unattached to the fruits of his work and who works as he is obliged is in the renounced order of life, and he is the true mystic, not he who lights no fire and performs no work. Whether one acts as a brahmachari, grihastha, vanaprastha, or sannyasi, he must act only for the satisfaction of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vasudeva, Krishna. The son of Vasudeva, Krishna, the son of Vasudeva. This should be the principle for everyone's life. Narada Muni has already described the principles of life for a brahmachari, vanaprastha, and sannyasi, and now he is describing how a grihastha should live. The basic principles is to satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The science of satisfying the Supreme Lord can be learned as described here. Sakshat Upasita Mahamuni. The word Mahamuni refers to great saintly persons or devotees. Saintly persons are generally known as munis or thoughtful philosophers concerned with the transcendental subject matters. And Mahamunis refers to those who have not only thoroughly studied the goal of life, but who are actually engaged in satisfying the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vasudeva. These persons are known as devotees. These persons are known as devotees. Unless one associates with the devotees, one cannot learn the science of Vanaprastha or dedicating one's life to Vasudeva, Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Vasudeva Arpana.
Vasudeva. Yeah.
Vasudeva Arpana. One cannot learn the science of Vasudeva Arpana.
Or dedicating that one, dedicating one's life to
Yes, bro. Yeah, before that. Or dedicating, no, before the Vasudeva Arpana.
Vasudeva, Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In India, the principles of this science were followed strictly. Even 50 years ago, I saw that in the village of Bengal and the suburbs of Calcutta, people engaged in hearing Srimad Bhagavatam daily when all their activities ended, or at least in the evening before going to bed. Everyone would hear the Bhagavatam. Bhagavata classes were held in every village, and thus people had the advantage of hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, which describes everything about the aim of life, liberation or salvation. This will be clearly explained in the next verses. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you very much. So we are entering a new chapter from 7th Canto, chapter entitled Ideal Family Life. My humble obeisance to all assembled Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis. This is mainly these instructions Narada Muni is giving for the Grhasthas. Grhasthas means it is all applicable for us. And we know that the Mahajanas, we see the Mahajanas, there are like 12 Mahajanas are there. Brahma, Narada, Shiva, the four Kumaras, Kapila Deva, Swayambhu Munu, Prahlad Maharaj, King Janaka, Bhishma Deva, Bali Maharaj, Sukadev Goswami, and Yamaraj. So we are following in the footsteps of Mahajanas. They are the authorities for us. In that, if you see out of 12, 7 are actually Grhasthas. So the majority are actually Grhasthas. Now, Narada Muni in the previous chapter, he has already described about the other three ashramas, the duties of other three ashramas. Okay,
Yeah.
like Brahmachari, Vanaprastha, and Sannyas. So in
Vanaprastha.
this chapter, is clearly explaining about Grhasthas, which is very much applicable for us because we are living in the Grhastha ashram.
That's the formula.
Yes, so all these instructions are very practical and it is very much applicable for us. And Prabhupada has given a wonderful purport. Prabhupada is explaining his own experiences in Bengal, how he's seen people were hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. All those things are there in the purport. So we'll go to the translation. My dear king, those who stay at home at as householders like us, must act to earn livelihood because we have so much of responsibilities, family, children, and so we have to earn for our livelihood. But one important point is instead of trying to enjoy the results of their work themselves, they should offer these results to Krishna. Whole Bhagavad Gita is targeted with this. That yajnartho karmaneta lokoyam karma bandhana means when we try to enjoy, we become entangled. All the world, whatever people do here, when we try to enjoy, we get entangled. This is the formula. And when we try to offer the result to Krishna, then we can go back to Krishna. The whole Bhagavad Gita is a sum and substance. When we are supposed to work, without work we cannot live. But when you are working, when we try to enjoy the results, we get entangled into karma. But when we offer that results to Krishna, et karosi yajnasi juhasi dadasi et tapasvasi kaunteya tat kurusava maddarpanam. Then actually we get purified and we get liberated. So here they should offer these results to Krishna, Vasudeva. How to satisfy Vasudeva in this life can be perfectly understood through association of great devotees of the Lord. So, without association of the great devotees, Mahat Seva Mahur Vimuktaistu, without associating with great devotees, it is not possible to live properly or live, or we should not know how to offer our results. So, association also, Narada Muni is saying very, very important. If you want to know the art of living in this material world, we should associate with the great devotees of the Lord.
Devotees.
So this is very important instruction. So Prabhupada created this International Society for Krishna Consciousness with mainly one purpose all around the world is to get association of great devotees. That is the purpose of forming this society. So that, we get so much association, instruction, guidance, blessings, and all those things. So that is the purpose. That's the important, one of the goal for forming this society of International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Prabhupada said like that this is a society where you will get association of devotees. So by association of devotees, you will be getting the guidance how to live your life. Okay, we'll go to the purport. Prabhupada writes immediately, quotes from Bhagavad Gita, very important verse, 6th chapter, Dhyana Yoga. First verse, Anashritya karma phalam, karya karyam karma karoti yaha, sa sannyasi cha yogi cha, na niragnir cha chakriha. Very important verse, actually very related to the Narada Muni's instruction in this verse. That very important is, whatever, whether we act as a brahmachari or grhastha or vanaprastha or sannyasi, he must act only for the satisfaction of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vasudeva, Krishna, the son of Vasudeva. So, meaning is, somebody takes sannyas and is simply sitting and mentally is contemplating on about enjoying this world. There is no use. But whereas a grhastha, even though he is actively engaged in so many activities, he is contemplating how I will satisfy the Lord. Then he is actually better. That's what he has written. He is a true mystic, not he who lights no fire and performs no work. It is not that by renouncing work you become a sannyasi. Krishna says, if you renounce, because many people think sannyasi means not doing any work, just put saffron cloth and sit in the outside of any temple. Not like that. Sannyasi means, who is a sannyasi? Even a grahastha can be considered as a sannyasi, provided he is actually offering the results of his work to Krishna. So that is the main. Not that one person is wearing saffron and he stops whatever is regular work and then he is called as a sannyasi. Normally, society will see saffron cloth, they think, oh, he's a sannyasi. No, but it is not like that. Who is internally renounced? Hmm? That person actually is called a sannyasi. Now, today, sometimes people also criticize, no? Some people, they want to run away from family life So what they will do after getting married, in middle of the marriage, life, they will go to Himalayas somewhere. They will not inform their family also. Krishna does not recommend such kind of running away from responsibilities. Krishna says very clearly, Tasmat Sarveshu Kaleshu Maham Anusmara Idyachaya Mayarpita Manobuddhir Maham Evashesya Samshayaha. That means Tasmat Sarveshu Kaleshu. Therefore, at all times, Maham Anusmara, think about me, Yudhyacha, engage in this battle, this worldly battle, no? So he's instructing Arjuna as well as he's instructing all the conditions. So Maham Anusmara Yudhyacha. Then he's telling Mayarpita Manobuddhir. So main thing is giving, offering our mind and intelligence to him. If you do that, what happens? Mahamevashasya samshaya. Definitely you will come to me of this, there is no doubt. So Krishna is very practical. Sometimes people misunderstand Bhagavad Gita saying that, now Bhagavad Gita is saying that, it will make you run away from this world. No, Krishna, actually Arjuna want to run away, but Krishna is telling, no, you have to fight. So it is all accepting responsibility with keeping Krishna in the center and offering the results to Krishna. And how we know how to offer these results to Krishna? That is by actually association with pure devotees of the Lord. They will guide us how to offer the results to Krishna. Like Prabhupada guided us, chant every day 16 rounds. Offer the food to Krishna. When you offer food to Krishna, what happens? We are working mainly for food. First is food, then second is shelter, third is cloth. So this is basic necessity for a human being. Food,
Yeah.
shelter, and cloth.
Cloud.
Now,
Body.
the food is main. Basically, even sometimes even without shelter, we can live somewhere in the forest. But without food, how we can live? So food is main. So now we are mainly working for food. First is food. That food, if you offer to the Lord, that itself become bhakti yoga because you are offering the results of your work to Krishna for his satisfaction. As a Prabhupada said, you have to offer and take the food, prasadam. So that is one. That's why pure devotee is the guide. How even though you are in the material life, how you can be, how you can satisfy the Lord. That is chanting the holy name of the Lord and offering the food and accepting prasad. And also, third is shelter, home. Prabhupada said, instead of feeling that I am not in Vrindavan, make your home itself a temple. Keep the altar in the center of the home. Morning you do arati, evening you do arati. And or by this way, if you make your home itself temple, that is satisfying Krishna. So see, food, cloth, shelter. Of course, if you buy any cloth, then first you keep it to the Lord, then you will wear it. So in that way, we actually, even though we are in the material world, we are trying to offer everything in the for the satisfaction of the Supreme Lord. And Krishna Prabhupada says this is the best use of bad bargain. Best use of bad bargain means you have already come to the material world. That is not a good proposal. We have to be with Krishna in the spiritual world. But even though you have come here, what we can do now is the best use of bad bargain. Okay, that bad bargain we cannot change, but we can use the best use is actually by following the four regulative principles, chanting 16 rounds, and then hearing, reading Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, associating with the devotees. This all actually is actually satisfying Krishna. So whether one acts, we should actually act for satisfaction of Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is Srimad Bhagavatam. It is said that Sam Siddhi Haritoshnam. Whatever we do, it should satisfy Hari. This should be the principle of everyone's life. So this already Prabhupada described that Narada Muni already explained Brahmachari Vanaprastha Sannyasi. Now he is actually explaining about Grhastha Ashram. And here in this verse, actually Prabhupada quotes Sakshat Upasita Mahamunim. Mahamunim means great devotees. Mahamunim. The word Mahamunim refers to great saintly persons or devotees. Okay, saintly persons, they are called as Munis or philosophers. Mahamuni means great people, great Munis or greatly saintly people. Because they know what is the goal of life and they are engaged in satisfying the Lord. Okay, these persons are called as devotees. One important point Prabhupada gives here, unless one associates with devotees, one cannot learn the science of Vasudeva Arpana. Vasudeva Arpana means offering everything to Vasudeva. Without association, we cannot learn the science or dedicating one's life to Vasudeva. So it is always said that we should associate with people who are higher than us. Very important. We should give association to people who are lower than us. We should be friendly to the people who are in the same level to us. And we should take inspiration from the devotees who are advanced than us. So when we are associating with people who are advanced, then we also try to improve our devotional life. That is one important point here. Next paragraph, Prabhupada writes his own realization. In India, the principles of this science were strictly followed. Prabhupada writes his experience. Even 50 years ago, Prabhupada written this almost 1969 or 70s when he's like almost 70 years old. The Prabhupada is telling from there 50 years before means when he was 20, 25 years old. Whatever he has seen, he has written. I saw that in the villages of Bengal and the suburbs of Calcutta, people engaged in hearing Srimad Bhagavatam daily when their all activities ended. This is how our pattern was there. Like, people work and evening, they hear that from Srimad Bhagavatam. When you hear what happens, your heart will change. So gradually, the people hearing and then they'll try to satisfy the Lord. So hearing is very important. And this was the culture 50, now Prabhupada, after the 50, 100 years before. Like now almost ISKCON completed 50 years and Prabhupada says 50 years before that. So 100 years before, this was the culture not only in West Bengal, but also in Tamil Nadu, Kerala, many South India, also same culture. No, we used to hear Divya Prabandham. People used to go to the temple early morning, and people used to be more dedicated. We all know now. Maybe we are like around 50 years. We also rewind 30 years before when we are 20, 25. We see, our family, our neighbors. They are all very. All the children they are going to temple uh, praying. And now, but you can see a big shift is there. After the development of technology, we can see today's generation. There's these names also, Gen Z generation. This generation is different. They are
Right.
not actually even afraid of parents. They are very much like, not like before. No, the culture is slowly changing. They are challenging. They are not. But few fortunate children, they are who are associated with Krishna consciousness. They are very good. They are praying, they are chanting, they are reading Bhagavad Gita. They are very fortunate because they have taken birth in a devotee family. But generally, if you see outside, people think this all not required now. Going to temple or hearing scripture, these are all like outdated, old class people, outdated. And they think modern life is very good. And then they go into misery, suicide, like that, depression. People now, they are very active in the social media and they're very anxious, that what will happen, as soon as they put a video, how many likes, as soon as they put a picture, how many people like. So they are more focused on that more than Krishna, more than God. So that is slowly shifting now 100 years. Now imagine if this trend will go another 100 years, what will happen? Slowly people will lose interest in all spiritual life. And then people will become like machine or artificial, no? Just to like work, earn money and enjoy. Only three things. Work, earn money and
Money.
enjoy life. They don't think about anything else. By this, what will happen? People will become more and more selfish. And when people become more and more selfish, and people also want to cheat others by for money, for earning money. And nowadays, you see so much cheating mechanism. Every day, innovative way to cheat, take others' money by phone call, by hacking the bank, by hacking the server. So much things. See, these people are so much intelligent. They are going into the bank and trying to hack the bank server. Means you see how much intelligent they should have. Why
Yes.
they cannot work honestly and earn the money? If that
And
person, if he is able to hack that system, he should be 10 times intelligent than a normal software engineer. But it is surprising that people they don't want to work hard. They can go to a company, use that
yes.
intelligence and develop that company and earn money. But people want uh, to earn money in shortcut. See, this is the philosophy. If you don't believe in God, we don't believe now. If we are believing that, see, we are actually accepting God is watching us. So even small thing we don't want to do wrong because we know Krishna will not be happy, and I have to suffer if I do something. So we will not do. We will not tell lie. We will not harm others' life. We will not take others' money, even if it is 1 rupee. We want to give it because that's what when you believe in God. But if slowly people will lose interest or they don't believe, what happens, then slowly people will drift away from dharma, and then adharma will actually prevail. And a society when you live where it's full of adharma, you cannot live peacefully and happy. So this Bhagavad Gita very important, and we have to not only study for us, we have to give this knowledge to our next generation. So then only you can expect a good society. Otherwise, the society will not be peaceful or happy. There will be a lot of chaos. We are reading in the news every day how people are suffering, how people are so much. In recent days, we are seeing natural disasters has increased. If you see every alternate day, somewhere earthquake is coming. Here only last 1 week, 2 times earthquake came here, but mild. But around the world, if you see Indonesia earthquake came, Thailand earthquake came, Myanmar earthquake came. So much is coming, and people are suffering actually so much. So our only hope is actually we have to hold tightly the lotus feet of Krishna and take the shelter of the holy name and take this Krishna conscious process as as prescribed by Srila Prabhupada. That is our only hope in this current time. By that way, Krishna will save us. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So, any devotees have any comments to add on this, or if you have any additional points or any questions, please feel free to express. Hare Krishna. If there are no further discussion, we can go to the next verse. Verse number
3 and
Hare
4
Krishna.
are
Hare
two,
Hare.
Krishna, Prabhuji.
two
Hare.
verses together. Yes.
Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th Canto, Chapter 14, Sloka number 3 and 4. Shrunvan Bhagavato Bhishna Avatara Katamrutam Sreddhadano Yada Kalam Upashanta Janavrutaha Satsangacha Chanakai Sangam Atmajayatmajadishu Vimunche Vimunchema विमुञ्चेनुमत्स्यमानेषु स्वयं स्वप्नवधू उत्थितः शृण्वन् भगवतो भीष्म अवतारकथामृतं श्रद्धदानो यथा कालम् उपशान्तजनावृतः सत्सङ्गाच्चनकै सङ्गम् आत्मजायात्मजादिषु विमुञ्चेनुमुच्यमानेषु स्वयं स्वप्नवधू उत्थितः. Translation. A Grhastha must associate again and again with saintly persons and with great respect. He must hear the nectar of the activities of the Supreme Lord and his incarnations, as these activities are described in Srimad Bhagavatam and other Puranas. Thus, one should gradually become detached from affection for his wife and children, exactly like a man awakening from a dream. Translation once again. A Grihastha must associate again and again with saintly persons and with great respect. He must hear the nectar of the activities of the Supreme Lord and his incarnations, as these activities are described in Srimad Bhagavatam and other Puranas. Thus, one should gradually become detached from affection for his wife and children, exactly like a man awakening from a dream. Purport. The Krishna consciousness movement has been established to give Grihasthas all over the world an opportunity to hear Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita specifically. The process, as described in many ways, is one of hearing and chanting. Shrunvatam Swakataha Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtanaha. Everyone, especially the grihasthas who are moodadi, ignorant about the goal of life, should be given opportunities to hear about Krishna simply by hearing, by attending lectures in the different centers of the Krishna consciousness movement, where topics of Krishna from Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam are discussed. They will be purified of their sinful inclination for constant indulgence in illicit sex, meat eating, intoxication, and gambling, which have all become prominent in modern days. Thus, they can be raised to the status of light. Punya Sravana Kirtanaha. Simply by joining the Kirtana, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And by hearing about Krishna from Bhagavad Gita, one must be purified, especially if he also takes prasada. This is all going on in the Krishna consciousness movement. Another specific description here is Shrunvan Bhagavato Vishnam Avatara Katamrutam. It is not that because one has once finished Bhagavad Gita, you should not hear it again. The word Abhishnam is very important. We should hear again and again. There is no question of stopping, even if one has read these topics many times. You should go on reading again and again because Bhagavat Katha, the words spoken by Krishna and spoken by Krishna's devotees about Krishna, or amrutam, nectar. The more one drinks this amrutam, the more he advances in his eternal life. The human form of life is meant for liberation, but unfortunately, due to the influence of Kali Yuga, every day the Grhasthas are working hard like asses. Early in the morning, they rise and travel even 100 miles away to earn bread. Especially in the Western countries, I have seen that people awaken at 5 o'clock to go to offices and factories to earn their livelihood. People in Calcutta and Bombay also do this every day. They work very hard in the office or factory, and again they spend 3 or 4 hours in transportation returning home. Then they retire at 10 o'clock and again rise early in the morning, go to their offices and factories. This kind of hard labor is described in the Shastras as the life of pigs and stool eaters. Nyayam deho deha bhajam nuloke kastan kaman arhate with bhujam ye. Of all living entities who have accepted material bodies in this world, one who has been awarded this human form should not work hard day and night simply for sense gratification, which is available even for dogs and hogs that eat stool. Srimad Bhagavatam 5.5.1. One must find some time for hearing Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. This is Vedic culture. One should work 8 hours at the most to earn his livelihood. And either in the afternoon or in the evening, a householder should associate with devotees to hear about the incarnations of Krishna and his activities, and thus be gradually liberated from the clutches of Maya. However, instead of finding time to hear about Krishna, the householders, after working hard in offices and factories, find time to go to a restaurant or a club where instead of hearing about Krishna and his activities, they are very much pleased to hear about the political activities of demons and non devotees and to enjoy sex, wine, woman, and meat, and in this way waste their time. This is not Grihastha life, but demonic life, the Krishna consciousness movement. However, with its centers all over the world, gives such fallen and condemned persons an opportunity to hear about Krishna. In a dream, we form a society of friendship and love, and when we awaken, we see that it has ceased to exist. Similarly, one's grass society, family, and love are also a dream. and this dream will be over as soon as one dies. Therefore, whether one is dreaming in a subtle way or a grass way, these dreams are all false and temporary. One's real business is to understand that one is soul, aham brahmasmi, and that his activity should therefore be different. Then one can be happy. Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma na sochati na kankshati samah sarveshu bhuteshu madbhaktim labate param. One who is transcendentally situated at once realizes the Supreme Brahman and becomes fully joyful. He never laments or desires to have anything. He is equally disposed toward all living entities. In that state, he attains pure devotional service unto me. Bhagavad Gita 18.54. One who is engaged in devotional service can very easily be liberated from the dream of materialistic life. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Very beautiful purport, Prabhuji. Wonderful.
Yes. Yeah.
Very
Complete
long.
Krishna consciousness is
Yes.
essence. Prabhupada writes here
Yeah, what
very
the
nicely.
intentions, what to do, and
Yeah, completely it is there. It is self-explanatory.
yes,
Like
yes.
anybody reads, they can understand.
Understand.
Very nice instruction given.
Yes.
Narada Muni is saying, Grhastha must again and again associate with saintly person, not one time, two time. As much as we get opportunity, we have to associate with saintly persons.
Changing persons.
How we should associate with the great respect and also hear from them the activities of the Supreme Lord
Supreme.
and his incarnations as his activities are described in Srimad Bhagavatam and other Puranas. Then what happens? Thus one should gradually become detached from the affection for his wife and children, exactly like a man awakening from a dream. Very beautiful purport. Because this life, Prabhupada very clearly, it's like a dream. 80 years dream. Every day we sleep 6 hours, 7 hours. We get a dream. Then we wake up and we see, oh, this all only false. It's a dream.
Again, going
Like that,
forward.
after 70 years, we also had family, we had children, they're grown up, they are settled. Then we see one day, we see everything as a dream. So, if this one, somebody will realize that this life is like a dream, he will not be very much disturbed by what is happening in his life because he know it is temporary. It's all going to end one day. So, that's a very important point Narada is giving. Exactly like a man awakening from dream.
Dream.
Yeah. So, but it is not easy because the Maya is very strong. It is not easy.
Yes, yes.
Not easy. We can say, but to follow it is difficult. But how it will become gradually only. See, that's why Narada Muni is telling, not instant. Gradually, the word gradually means you repeatedly read Bhagavatam, hear Bhagavatam, associate with the saintly people, hear from them. Then slowly, the mind will become detached. Slowly, not only from wife and children, it will detach from anything in this world. And it will have only interest in Krishna. So like that, the default attachment will be there. Attachment will be default is there for the family, for the children, for the society, for the country. This all by default it will come. No need to give training. When you take birth in India, then automatically you'll be so much attached to India. Then if you are born in particular state or particular society, then naturally you know, I am from this society, I will give money to develop my society. I will give, people form the society, like we have the different society names are there according to the caste, according to the creed, according to religion. We form society and we give money. Our monthly income, we give 10%, 5% to develop the people in our society like that. Natural. But if you want to get detached from everything, from the society, from the country, and attach to the lotus feet of Krishna, then what happens? Then we have to get training. Without training, it is not possible. It is not possible because mind is like that. Mind is programmed like that. It will easily attach to material things. But for spiritual things, it needs training. That's why it is said you have to again and again associate with saintly people and hear the activities. Then the mind slowly, gradually will get detached from all the worldly things. That is important point. And Prabhupada actually given very nice purport. There is no need for any explanation. But anybody reads, they will understand. And as I said in the previous verse only, the why ISKCON is established. Here Prabhupada again writes, see, yes, what is the purpose of establishing ISKCON? Is to give Grhasthas all over the world an opportunity to hear Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. If you go to any ISKCON temple, morning 8 o'clock, we will have Srimad Bhagavatam class. And evening 8 o'clock, we will have 8:30, 7:30, like that, Bhagavad Gita class. So, ISKCON anywhere in the world, if you go, this is default. There will be no temple without Bhagavatam class or Bhagavad Gita class. So, yes, very important. So, when we visit also, we should take the advantage of this. So, this is Shravanam and Kirtanam. Shravanam, Shrunvatam Swakata Krishna, Punya Sharana Kirtanam. Where the verse very clearly says, Shrunvatam Swakata, about whom? Krishna.
Krishna.
And then what happens? Punya Shravana Kirtana, Hridayantosya Bhadrani Vidnoti Sursatam. Then your heart, whatever attachment, kalmisham is there, is slowly removed. This is the process. And this is the proper rights here, how this is very important. Simply by hearing, attending lectures in different centers of Krishna conscious movement, where topics from Krishna, from Bhagavatam and Srimad Bhagavatam are discussed, they will be purified of their sinful inclination. Inclination means you have the tendency that will be cleared. What is the sinful inclination, especially illicit sex, meat eating, intoxication, and gambling? These are the sinful inclination. And also chanting, kirtan. So Krishna consciousness is multifaceted. Means it's not only hearing Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita. Sometimes you are hearing and then you want some other thing for your purification. Then you can chant. Or you can do kirtan. Or you can, do some seva. Or you can give one book to your colleague, friend. Everything will purify you. Not only hearing Bhagavatam, no. Now people hearing Bhagavatam also will purify. Distributing books also will purify. Hearing lectures also will purify. Chanting Hare Krishna, Japa also will purify. Participating in a Kirtan also will purify. Offering food to the Lord and accepting prasadam, that also will purify. So if one is, you feel, okay, let me do some other thing, they say variety is the mother of enjoyment. So if you are told, how much time I can hear Bhagavatam, if you feel like that, then you can go for Kirtan. You can go for chanting, or you can give a book to a friend. Like that, there are many activities in Krishna consciousness, cultural, and so much activities are there, so that you don't feel like anything. The condition state also, you don't feel anything like heavy or boring. And then next paragraph, the word abikshanam is very important. We should hear again and again. That is the word. What we should hear? Avatar Katamritam. Avatar Katamritam means about the various incarnations of the Lord. That is Katamritam. Avatara Katamritam. Bikshanam. Avatara Katamritam means again and again we should hear about the incarnations of the Supreme Lord. It's not that Narsimha Leela I heard one time, so I know everything, so I don't want to hear. No. If you hear again there is a purification process. Srinvatam Swakata Krishna. You know everything, but you should hear it again. So that will purify you more and more. That's called Avatara Katamritam, which means you should hear again and again. Yeah. Because sometimes, it is like information. Information means, okay, Narsimhadev appeared, he killed the demon Hiranyakashipu, and Prahlad Maharaj, like offered prayers. Okay, this is information. But when you hear again and again, it is not information, it is transformation. Information is different, transformation is different. Today's people, they have a lot of information. You go to ChatGPT, you type anything, you get information. People go do anything. Now even people, drafting memo, procedure, everything through ChatGPT. You put the input, it will give you the output. Finish. Information. So much tremendous information it is giving. So information, there is no problem now in the modern days. No problem for information. But transformation is the problem. People are not getting transformed. The transformation will happen when you repeatedly hear about Krishna. That is important. The more one drinks this Amritam, the more he advances in his eternal life. The proper rights, the last one. The next paragraph. The human form of life is meant for liberation. Very important. What is that we say? Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Moksha is final, liberation. So you have to work dharmically. You have to earn wealth, Artha. Then you do whatever regulated enjoyment as per the scriptures. Then finally you give up that also and aspire for Moksha, liberation. This human form of life. But what happens as Kali Yuga advances? We are in Kali Yuga now. Grhasthas, we are getting diverted due to the influence of Kali Yuga. Because now, working hours, they are increasing. They are now already increasing. Some corporate people, like Narayana Murthy and all, they are telling, why only work 8 hours? You have to work 12 hours, 14 hours. Like that, the people, they are like people who are too much this one. They want to increase the work time, work hard like asses. As means donkey. Prabhupada writes, early in morning they rise and travel, even 100 miles away to earn a bread. Because when Prabhupada was in America, he's seeing people taking car. 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, they will go for 100 kilometers, their office, company. Especially in Western countries, I have seen people awaken at 5 o'clock, go to office and factories, earn their livelihood. Same is Prabhupada saying in Calcutta also, in Bombay also, Chennai also, in Cochin also. All metropolitan cities, if you see, life is very, very busy. Even if you want to go to some personal work, you'll be stuck in traffic. Maybe it is nearby 2 kilometers, but you have to go for 1.5 hours, because of traffic jam. Everywhere, everywhere there is heavy traffic jam. Every city, rush hour, peak hour. So, because everybody, they are working. And whenever we are living in city, it is a stressful life. Everything is stress in a city life. That's why after working, when you retire, we should move away from the city. At least we should go to outskirts of the city, not in the city. City life is not good for spiritual life also. Because it is filled with Rajoguna, it will not help us to be calm. So better to move out in a peaceful place, And then any important work is there, we can go to city only for that day. But not good to settle in the city. People sometimes buy flat and all, city, it is not good. Better to go out. And that will help us in our spiritual life also. Or better to go and settle in place like Mayapur or something. Then it will be more fast. Spiritual life will be very quick. Then same thing, going to office. This kind of hard labor is said as life of pigs and stool eaters. That immediately Prabhupada quotes that slogan. Rishabhadev, King Rishabhadev is giving instruction to his 100 sons. Bharat Maharaj, everybody. Nayam deho deho vajam narloke kashtan kaman arasi vidbhujange tapodipam putra karena satyeta sudhya yasmat brahma sokyam tu anantam. So that verse translation Prabhupada is writing that whoever has accepted this material body, who has been human form especially, should not work hard and night. So basically, even Krishna conscious devotees, they should not take some Ugra Karma work. Ugra Karma work means which is actually destroying the world. It should be some kind of mild work, 8 hours, 9 hours maximum. Then you should be able to spend your time for chanting, for reading, hearing Bhagavatam. Like that kind of work only, like lecturer or some kind of job, which is not like Ugra Karma. Ugra karma means suppose you are joining a drilling company. What happens? They drill the ground to take oil. This is Ugra karma. If you have to see the people, their body is full of oil. Their coverall, everything is oil. You see oil and gas or something, tough field. But some other jobs are there. Maybe salary will be little less, but you can spend more time in Krishna consciousness. That's what Prabhupada is mentioning here. And then you go to the next statement. Now what happens when you don't hear about Krishna? People actually work hard and then they go to restaurant or club, and instead of hearing about Krishna, they are very much pleased to hear about political activities of demons. Non-devotees enjoy sex, wine, woman, meat, and this way waste their time. This is not Grhastha life, but a demonic life. Nowadays, politics also very hot, no? One party jumping in another party. We are also sometimes interested to know. We want good leader to come, but the bad leader is getting so much support. So then we are also sometimes anxious. What will happen? Next election, who will win? So like that, sometimes we will be also diverted. That all Krishna will take care. We have to just do our job, vote to proper people. And next last paragraph, Prabhupada writes here, this whole material world is a material life is a dream. In this dream, we form a society of friendship. We have friendship, we have party, weekend party, we have relationship, we get together. And when we awaken, we see it has ceased to exist. Similarly, one's gross society, family, and love are also dream. And this dream will be over as soon as one dies. Like very important point. These are all very important point. How much we realize depends on how much we have progressed in Krishna consciousness. These are the truth. But if you are not progressed in Krishna consciousness, this looks like a very hard statement. But this is the reality. As soon as we die, everything we had in this life will become a dream. We were having family, we are having children, we have property, everything, everything gone. And we take again a new body somewhere in some place. Again, we start from the scratch. So this material life is nothing but a 80 years dream. Therefore, whether one is dreaming in a subtle way or a gross way. Subtle way means when we are actually sleeping, we get the dream. That is subtle way. Gross way means when we are awake, we are thinking, this is my family, this is my country, this is my caste. That is gross way of dreaming. So that one we have to, these dreams are all false and temporary. Our real business is to understand that we are spirit soul, Aham Brahmasmi, and we should take up spiritual activities. Brahma Bhuta, Prasannatma, Na Sochati, Na Kamshati, Samasarva Bhuteshu, Mad Bhakti, Lapate Para. Very nice, important sloka from Bhagavata, 18.54. Brahma Bhuta, if you are situated in the Brahma Bhuta platform, spiritual platform, you become Prasannatma, you become very peaceful, Prasannatma. And you will not hanker, na sochati, na kamshati. You will not lament for anything you left, lost, or you will not hanker for anything to gain. Na sochati, na kamshati. Sama sarva bhuteshu. You see everybody equally, all living entities. Mad bhakti labate param. Then you will be able to progress in the devotional life. Mad bhakti labate param. One who is engaged in devotional service can very easily be liberated from the dream of materialistic life. Very important point. The last statement, very important. One who is engaged in devotional service can very easily be liberated from the dream of materialistic life. You have to underline this. Because our material life, otherwise, if you are not in Krishna consciousness, material life looks very much real. Very much real means I want to achieve this, I want to become CEO of this company, I will open another 10 branches and I will expand my business. Like that, mind will keep on calculating all the time, day and night. Tomorrow I will expand like this, tomorrow I will do like this. But one day, it will all finish. But who are in bhakti, they already know that this is like a dream, but whatever need to fulfill for my family, they will do. But at the background, they know this life will finish one day like a dream. That is the important point. Hare Krishna. So, any questions, comments, please, you can feel free to add. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Prabhuji,
Thank you.
Brahma Bhuta Prabhu means you are one with the God, like that, no? You are,
No, not like that. Brahma Bhuta means, it is Brahma means actually two is there. Brahman, Parabrahman. Brahman refers to spirit soul.
You are merging in the effulgence, that is
No.
different.
No. This is from Bhagavad Gita only. No, Krishna is not saying anywhere to merge actually. Brahma, Bhuta means living entities. Okay. Brahma means spirit soul. When the living entities are coming to the spiritual platform, Brahma Bhuta, the Bhuta is coming to the spiritual platform. Aham Brahmasmi. Brahma means spiritual. It is spirit soul is called Brahma. Parabrahman is actually Krishna. Okay. So Brahma Bhuta means when you come to spiritual platform, the living entities come to spiritual platform. Bhuta, Prasannatma. They become very peaceful. Prasanna, we say no Prasanna. Prasanna means very calm, clear. Atma. That Atma becomes Prasannatma. Na Sochati, Na Kamshati. He will not lament for anything. Oh, I left, I lost so much thing. He will not lament for it. Or he will not hanker, oh, I want more and more. He will not hanker. Na Sochati, Na Kamshati. Sama Sarva Bhuteshu means living, seeing everybody equal. Then after that platform, next platform is Mad Bhaktim Lavate Param. Then he will step up to Bhakti platform. Bhakti platform. So this is a preliminary stage. We know we are going 3 stages in spiritual life. Brahman realization, Paramatma realization, then Bhagavan realization. Correct, Prabhu? So this is Brahman realization, first line. The last line is Bhagavan realization.
Yes. But
so first is Brahman realization. Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma means Brahman realization.
He feels that he is like a supreme, not that.
No, that is different.
Okay.
That is different. Means if he is stopping with that, only with Brahma Bhuta, then that is not complete. If you think this is final destination, then he is not complete. Because Mad Bhakti Labate Param. After that, he has to take up Bhakti. Correct, but if he will not take and he will stop with Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma, as somebody interpret, no? Some Mayavadis, they will tell, okay, this is last final stage. This is initial stage, but they will tell this is the final stage. Then it is problem.
Okay, sure.
This is initial stage in spiritual life. First stage is Brahma Bhuta. Final stage is Mad Bhakti. to Krishna.
Madhya.
Yeah, but Mayavadis for them that Brahmabhuta is final stage,
Okay.
not initial.
Okay. So
In that way, there is
that one,
difference.
I mean, like Brahman, when it comes, he got confused.
Paramatma.
Yeah,
Paramatma.
Paramatma.
Paramatma, and third last final one is Bhagavan.
Okay.
Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavaneti, Shabdati. Means
Yes.
God is understood in three phases. One is as Brahman. Brahman means all pervading. So I am also Brahman. Everything is Brahman. Sarvam
That is
Kalidam
the first
Brahma.
stage, which
First
is.
stage. Yeah. Then as you advance,
And
you
he
stay.
feel that it is an effulgence only, and I am merging in that effulgence. So
Yeah.
I am one
Then
with
that
the.
is not correct understanding.
That is
You
not
have to come to the final stage, which is
the
Mad
devotee
Bhakti Lavate.
never expect that stage also. He don't like devotee.
Yeah. Only devotees come to the last stage, but other people they conclude that Brahmabhuta is final.
Yes.
Yeah, Mayavadis, no Brahmavadis, Mayavadis.
Yes.
So they will finish complete. But that's why Prabhupada gives no. If you see this word, no word by word meaning, Mad Bhakti Lavate Param. 18.54. Just I will read, that word meaning, exact meaning. 18.54. Yeah. See, Mad Bhakti Lavate Param means what? 18.54. 54. Mad Bhakti means my devotion service. Labate gains. Param transcendental means after this he will gain. After that next stage he will gain. But first he will come to this Brahmabhuta platform. Then he will go to the higher stage. So Bhakti is the ultimate. And Bhakti to Krishna is the ultimate.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji.
So if you hear Mayavadi explanation, maybe they will tell only Brahmabhuta is final.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe they can say like that.
Okay.
But that is initial stage.
Initial. Okay.
Initial stage in spiritual life. Initial first realization in spiritual life is Brahmabhuta.
Okay. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay, Prabhu. Hare, thank you, Prabhu. Thank you for giving the opportunity.
Okay.
Hare
Anybody
Krishna.
want to add anything? Or Hare Krishna?
Hare Krishna Prabhu Dandatram.
Prabhuji.
So here Prabhu says that Brahman Paramatma, right? So
Yes.
we are also all pervading, but it is limited in this body. But Krishna is all pervading all this material body.
Yes.
So,
13th chapter is there. That Krishna is pervading everywhere. We are pervading only in this body.
Yeah. Also here Prabhu explained about what is the benefit of hearing. So Shravanam, whatever this Shravanam,
repeatedly,
that will be, then will be Mananam. Then that will be the reflect in our mind.
Consciousness.
Then, consciousness. Then that we have to meditate. So
yes.
So by
reading, they say no. What you think, you become like that.
Yeah.
We always think about Krishna, then we'll also become like Krishna. Not equal to Krishna. Like Krishna means that godly qualities will come.
Yes. Anutha Prabhu explained in the morning when we are reading, we are engaging. Reading, then it will be enlightenment, then it will encouragement, then empowerment, then it will be enjoyment. So the 5 is
3 is 4 is.
Yeah, 5 is. So what is the reading benefit?
Thank
you.
Nice, bro. Thank you. Nice for sharing your understanding. Thank you, bro. Hare Krishna. Anything else, bro? We'll discuss. Or anybody has any questions?
Yeah, I think time also up. So
yeah.
Thank you
so
very much.
Thank you all.
Thank
Wonderful
you,
purpose,
Prabhuji.
wonderful
Thank you,
class,
Prabhuji.
nectarian
Welcome,
class. Thank you
Mataji.
very much.
Hare
Thank you
Krishna.
very much
Hare Krishna.
enlightening us. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So we chanted 3 times Hare Krishna Mahamantra for Shugana Krishnadas Prabhuji, as well as all the devotees who are present today for everybody's spiritual progress. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Rama,
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 Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare.